You guys are gonna have to excuse me. I'm a little nauseous at the moment. This movie is pretty messed up. Hey, welcome back everybody to Green Reviews. Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It was released in June of 1982, and that is John Carpenter's The Thing. Yes, we're going to be talking about one of John Carpenter's films. And let me tell you something. This is one of these films where as a child I actually got the pleasure to watch it with my dad, and it was one of those moments where I was daring, and oh, I'm not afraid of anything, I can take anything. And he's like, really? Okay. So he pops in this movie. There's some bloody gory goodness on here, and I learned the hard way that this movie is messed up. It's got a lot of nasty scenes in there, and at the time of the film's release, a lot of people had either mixed reviews or fairly positive reviews of it. On the flip side of it, it was too bloody. It was too gory. It was something that people could not just watch, at a movie theater and be okay with and whatnot. Another, story about watching this movie, basically, when it came out, my dad actually took my older brother to this movie, and there's a certain scene in this movie with the dogs. Oh my God. When I first watched this movie, like I said, I was a kid when I first watched it. It scared the shit out of me. Not only that, it gave me nightmares for probably a week. Coming back to it now, I really adore this movie. Not only because it is a scary movie, but it has such a great cast. You got Kurt Russell as a lead role in the film, and he's well known for Escape from New York, Escape from LA, Big Trouble in Little China at the time. He was a big hit star back in the 80s. It was something about this film that was so damn cool. From what I understand, after reading up on history of this film, in scenes of this film, they actually cooled down the room to like 30-40 degrees or something like that, just to give you an idea of how the Arctic was. Basically what's going on in this film is there's a military base with a bunch of people there, including Kurt Russell, that are posted at this military base in the Antarctic, and they come across this guy who was flying around in a helicopter trying to chase down this dog, and for some reason he wanted to kill this dog. He kept shooting at it, and he kept trying to kill it. He seemed insane. People didn't know what to think. Kurt Russell and all of the crew that were there with him, they didn't know what to think. They thought this guy was just fucking crazy. He tried to kill the dog. Shit happened, and the guy who tried to kill the dog ended up getting killed by one of Kurt Russell's friends in the military base. And then when this dog comes aboard, strange things start to happen. This creature comes into the military base and decides to kill people. What's so interesting about this movie, it is based off of the older film that was made back in the 1950s that was called The Thing. Basically, this film is kind of a remake of the 1950s film, but it has a very, very twist plot to it. Let's put it that way. It's not just one monster. Yeah, it's an alien, but it's just not one person. In this movie, you have no idea who the alien is, because what this alien does in this movie, it basically attacks anybody or anything, kills it, reanimates it, and it becomes a perfect replica of the creature or this human being. And the problem is you have no idea who it is. It could be anybody. Basically, this creature can replicate anybody or anything, and the problem is you need to figure out who it is and kill it right away before it actually takes you over. It is a very dark and gritty film, and it's one of them movies where you have to have a strong stomach in some scenes. Like I said, it gave me nightmares as a kid. I absolutely love it now. It's one of them kind of movies that, especially this time of the year around Halloween, it's one of them films I have to watch. It's awesome. Kurt Russell's a very good actor. He's awesome in this movie. This is probably one of the best films he's ever been in. And let me tell you something. The practical effects in this film are fantastic. They are unreal. They are so realistic and so disgusting looking. Looking up history on this movie and whatnot, some of the actors were, so sick and disgusted with how real these creatures were in this film that they were getting nauseous. That's how powerful practical effects are, and I don't know how many times I have to state it. It is really, really awesome. I love practical effects. CGI is cool, but when you got to try to go for realism and you got to try to go for something realistic like that, especially in a movie like this, you need to go with practical effects. And John Carpenter slammed that out of the park big time. It was disgusting, it was gory, it was bloody, and it was creepy at times, especially when you don't know who is the thing. For this movie, I am definitely going to be giving it a 10 out of 10. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming on to the channel. I hope you guys like this video review. If you do, hit the like button. And if you have any comments on this video or anything you'd like to add, hit the comments down below. Voice your opinion. If you like this channel, please subscribe to my channel. I will catch you all on the next one. Later.